I don't know, did this plane arrive?
Yes, quite the introduction for Fat Boy's Taqueria Bar. Thank you. I'll be at Juan's Pawn Shop in Belmont, on Belmont tomorrow night if you guys want to come check me out. Getting the Big Ten, it's the Mecca. How you guys doing? This is great. How you guys came over? This is cool. This is nice. Are you with this party?
I want to see the guy from Nevada.
We can sort it.
I want to see the guy from Nevada.
Then you walk home?
No.
Okay.
I hope he shows up.
You just stumbled into her going away party. Is that what it is?
Going away!
That's cool. Oh, this is awesome, man. Great stories. And look at the baby. And then I like this. It's like one dude and 7 chicks. That is awesome, man. Let's hear it for just the ladies now. Just let me hear just you ladies. Come on. Just the ladies. All right, just the single ladies now. Just the single ladies.
Hey, here, Richard.
What are you talking about?
Come here. I want you.
This is the most awkward crowd. Just
Look at this.
She's like, I'm not married yet.
Yeah. Not until I leave.
Hello.
Walked in.
Here, look at that.
Who did?
You can only see what's under that light. See that light? It's shining on only his, not even on his head. See?
Great.
Now,
No.
if he'd be under there, you'd
Boobies
see
showed
it.
up. That's awesome.
So I just wanted to tell you this.
What? Did you see that? That was like the first thing that came through the door.
I was staring at her hat.
Oh, okay. This is cool. Anybody else want to interrupt you? Let's go.
Get your head underneath that light.
And then there's you.
Another
Almost it always amazes me.
You followed up behind her and it was just one of those moments.
Okay, this isn't a town hall meeting, folks. All right, we're gonna get that clear right now. It's a comedy show, all right? It's okay. It always amazes me, like when I see them together. It's awesome that he finally found someone. That's cool because finding a chick is hard, man. You guys remember how easy it was to get the chick when you were younger? You guys remember that? Like you didn't have to go talk to her. Yeah. Thanks for interrupting me. Like you didn't even like have to talk to the chick. You could just send your buddy over there. Remember that? You would, hey, Joe, go tell Casey.
Oh, wow, that's a big cup.
Remember that?
This is just me to spot that right now.
And your buddy would be like, hey,
Remember this
Casey,
from last time.
Yeah.
Can
Good deal.
I don't know.
And then here's half of it filled, okay?
Here you go.
Okay, Mama, close it out.
What?
Close it out.
That's it, cootie catcher. You guys need to bring that shit back. Bring that stuff back, man. You go out dancing this weekend, some guy walks up, hey, you want to dance? I don't know. And you mentioned Joel. He actually does do bar mitzvahs. He doesn't do sound at bar mitzvahs. He just drives by them really slow with his band. Where did he go? He is. That was bad, dude. That was bad. So I've been working on this abortion joke, and I'm glad I have a lot of ladies in the audience. No, seriously, I've been trying to work. This is an open mic. I've been trying to work on how to set this up, and so I've been coming up with I'm a pro-choice comic. You may have seen, if you haven't seen me on Facebook, I have the coat hanger and everything. It's pretty funny. I'm like, I like to bring the child out of all of us. Kind of didn't work. No. I think, no, hear me out now. This is a good taco bar. I think abortion should be legal. I think it's a woman's right. She should be able to do whatever she wants to with her body. I think I take it one step further. I think the fathers should have some rights. Think about it. You got little Billy screwing up in math class. Come on, kid, we're going to clinic. This is BS. No abortion jokes. You like that one? Yeah. You got little William out in the yard. You're teaching him how to throw a ball. He's just not getting it. Get in the car. We're going to clinic. It's taking them a while. I can tell it's going to be a good crowd. We dropped the abortion joke again for tonight. There you go. I actually have 2 kids. I do. I have 2. I'm shooting like, wow, somebody slept with you twice. No, they did. My little girl just turned 11 years old. She did this. 11. Got a little junior Monopoly game for her birthday, thinking it's cool, you know, fathers teach her to buy and sell properties. One day she'll be the next Donald Trump. My little girl looks at me and goes, Daddy, when I get older, I don't want to be like Donald Trump. I want to be like Mommy. So I got a little stripper pole. Don't laugh at that, man. I mean, it's disgusting. How hard it was to find 6-inch stilettos and a 4T. She's petite, you know. Every time she learns a new move, I give her $1 from the Monopoly game. That's my girl. You gotta hold on to that get out of jail free card, kid. You're gonna need that in about 25 years if you plan on being like Mommy. I'm getting heckled. Okay, I'll quit with the baby jokes. The stripper baby jokes are not going over with you, are they? I have a little boy too. How many of you have boys? Any of you have little boys? Boys are so much easier to shop for than girls, aren't they? Like my son only wants his video games. That's what he wants. I was at the GameStop at the Fashion Fair Mall. I don't know if you've been there, but apparently I look like I work at the GameStop for some reason. This lady walks up. She goes, "I'm looking for a game for my 11-year-old." I was like, "What's he playing?" She goes, "Oh, he likes Grand Theft Auto, Scarface, and Hitman. What would you recommend?" I was like, "I don't know, foster parents." Joel, are you enjoying this?
I'm having
Watching Ken Lewis just bomb in front of people eating tacos. How you guys doing over here? This is good.
Pretty good.
This is cool. I know. I need to do some what? Some hand movements?
Why? Just get some.
Just get my energy out. I'm having a hard time to build my energy up, man. But I will bring this next comic up, and he will do that for you. Okay, but I still have like 2 more minutes, so. Thank you. Oh, I thought that was a laugh. I will take it, though. I will take it. Ha 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 ha. Funniest thing I've heard all night. All right, you guys ready for your first comic tonight? You guys ready? All right. This next guy you may have seen walking around here, telling you his jokes and his impersonations, and giving all his whole set away to you. But he's filming tonight because he's going to try out for Jay Leno or something. I don't know. I'm thinking.
You mean T.I.
Right there. Richard Lee, everybody.
T.J. Hooker.
Give it up for Ken Lewis, everybody.
Ken Lewis.
One more time, for all those baby jokes and everybody, huh? All those baby jokes and everything, huh? One more time, huh? Stripper jokes and real jokes and all that stuff, huh? One more time, huh? Yeah. Give a little laugh there, huh? All right. And live from Fat Boys, it's Thursday night, featuring Richard Lee.
Yay!
All right. It's Richard Lee. All right.
I remember that.
All right. And now it's time for a church chat. Hello, I'm the church lady. And now, our first guest today is, who's back in the news, Mr. former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's welcome now Mr. Fancy Pants himself. Thank you. I'm Arnold. Well now, Mr. Schwarzenegger, or whatever you call yourself. What do you call yourself now? I'm the Gropinator. I call myself the Gropinator. Well, Mr. Gropinator, now that you call your name yourself. How many will you grope today? I don't know. I lost count. You lost count? Oh. Wasn't that convenient?
Thank you so much.
Oh. Well, isn't that special? You lost count. Our second guest today is the President of the United States, Barack Obama. Thank you. Thank you, Church Leader. All we need is jobs. Jobs. All we need is jobs. All we need is jobs. Jobs. All we need is jobs. All we need today is jobs. That's all I need is jobs. So we time to have church at. Thank you. Now, welcome to Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. And that's all the time I have. Thanks.
No, you got one. Go to your closing.
And thanks. Red Frog here. You know, thank you. Red Frog here. Not using me green. I get paid by the Muppets. I like employees. Oh. And I need a pig. Oh. Yeah, that's not easy being green nowadays. Look how he did. Oh. That's just terrible being green. So it's not easy being green. Oh. That's my time, thank you.
Richard Lee, everybody. The economy is bad. You're absolutely right. I probably said that once or twice. Yeah, I got one more, and then we're gonna bring you up, okay? I got one now, and then TK, and then other guys. Thanks, though. TK's he's gonna come up and tell some jokes. He's gonna attempt it, like I did. Okay. Oh, Mike is here. Yeah, man. We'll put you on last. For the headliner.
Did you want to stay out of
And
it?
so Richard always does these jokes about the economy being bad. And I grew up poor, so I know all about it. Anybody else here grew up poor? Anybody? You ever stand at your buddy's house to get name brand cereal in the morning? You ever do that? Huh? Like your buddy had that box of Frosted Flakes and you just had that white box that said Flakes on it.
I got fired being a paper boy.
Remember that? Like go shopping with your mom and try to put the good stuff in the basket. I'm like, no way, Ken. You better reach down and grab that dog food size bag of Trailer Puffs. Remember the big ones?
It was good though.
They weren't like Lucky Charms. It was like down on your Lucky Charms. Remember, it was always something different for the poor folks. Or shoe shopping. Thank you. I wore tracks and Pro Wings when I was a kid. Anybody here wear tracks or Pro Wings when they were a kid? You know you did. Every time it rained, your socks would turn blue. You remember that? Those things were $3 at Kmart, and they were tied together. Remember that? Your mom made you try them on. Like, why are they tied together? Who's stealing these things? Your mom made you try them on. And like, how do you feel? I feel like a penguin, Mom. Or you put one on and be like, hey. Guy from Sporting Goods would run over and put a helmet on you. It's a retard joke. You see, that's a lot of work for a comic right there. That is actually a lot of work, folks. Did you see that? That was action. And I'm actually out of shape now.
Got it.
I joined the GB3s. I joined the gym. Anybody belong to a gym? Anybody in the room? Just the fact that you, okay. I was at this gym, GB3s, and they have this sauna room. And apparently you're supposed to take your clothes off when you go in the sauna room. I didn't know this. But really, I don't care. Talk. Okay, sing. But no, I go in the sauna room, and this man walks in butt naked and sits down next to me. And when he got up, he left this sweaty puddle of butt juice on the bench. And then another man came in and sat right down in the puddle of butt juice. But they both wore flip-flops. And he's like, what's wrong with it? Germs on your feet's no good, but right around your taint area is all right? This is a taint man. This is the 3D portion of the show. Play a little game, tell me when this gets awkward. Okay, good job. All right, your next comic coming to the mic is also your sound guy. And he's very funny. And he's available for church functions and children's parties. JT Foreman.
Can't believe I shaved my balls for this.
Holy cow! That's funny.
Show you later. A lot of people used to tell me I look like a serial killer. Yeah, they're all gone now.
You look like the Zodiac. Oh.
That's my
Which serial killer? Actually, I do bear a striking resemblance to Mark David Chapman. You got to, if you have a smartphone, look it up. Seriously.
They
The
thought he was
first,
one of
on
them,
Google, the first image that shows up is his mugshot from the New York Police Department.
Yeah.
Look a lot like him. Which, you know, I don't understand why anyone would want to shoot John Lennon. He's the guy that shot John Lennon. But Yoko Ono was standing right next to John Lennon. So not only do I look like a famous murderer, apparently I look like a really bad shot. So, yeah. I remember looking at a house and the real estate guy is like, basement soundproof. You want to see what the crawl space is? Plenty of room in the garage for your van. I don't have a van. No, I don't have a van. I had lunch at Buffalo Wild Wings yesterday. You guys like hot wings? Who likes hot wings?
Love wings, right?
I just think that any restaurant that sells hot wings should put a warning sign on the bathroom door that says "Wash your hands before you touch a penis."
That's why, because it burns. Hell yeah.
It burns. I do have a crappy car. It's a 2003 Kia Rio.
I've never done that actually, but
I think they should have called it the Reno, because if you own a Kia, you probably vacation in Reno because you obviously can't afford the real Las Vegas. There's no power in this thing at all. Going over the grapevine, I got passed by a Winnebago that was towing a boat. I was about 10 miles an hour and I turned on the headlights. I don't even think about using the air conditioner. Actually, I came up with a nickname for the air conditioner. I like to call it the emergency brake. It's really small too. I thought about putting in the sunroof just so I could sit up straight. If I want to get into the glove compartment, I have to open the hatchback.
Damn, that's a small car.
Well, I bought it because it was cheap. For registration, the DMV sent me a check.
Damn small.
The other day I lost the change out of my pockets and got stuck in the car seat, and almost immediately I get a call from the insurance company telling me that they're doubling my premiums because I just doubled the car's value.
I followed you with the change in the seat. Yeah, I followed you. It became the change in the seat, right?
You see him pretty good.
Well, you know, the nice thing about a small car is that when I get to where I'm going, I don't have, it's really easy to find parking. It's, you know, I just pick it up and put it in my pocket. And when I'm ready to leave, I pour water on it and it grows to full size and I drive away. I didn't mention this is a Kia, right? Gets great gas mileage, but I still have to fill it twice a week because I only holds a cup and a half. Actually, the real problem with that car is that it's never going to get me laid. Yeah. Only way that car's ever going to get me any sex is if I screw the tailpipe. It burns even worse than the Hot Wings. Thank you. This is called a callback. Burn the Hot Wings. Penis. Yay.
Follow that.
Are we having fun?
That's good, yeah. I followed that. That's good.
Thank you. Thank you. I like doing comedy.
Like the small car, right?
Yeah.
Smart car, they call it.
Yes, that's right. I like doing comedy. My first job was at a drugstore. That was kind of cool. My favorite part about working at a drugstore is watching guys come in to buy condoms. Because they're always so embarrassed, you know. They get to the aisle and they'll look at something next to it or on the other side. Just looking over their shoulder, make sure no one's watching them. Like anyone believes he's not there for the rubbers, right? I mean, you got adult diapers on the right, pantyhose on the left, family hygiene behind you. No, he's not here to buy rubbers. He's just an incontinent cross-dresser, who's why I sent him out for tampons. And then they'll take it and they'll put it in a basket, and then they'll put like a bunch of other stuff on top of it to hide that they're buying the condoms. But they didn't actually come there for anything else, so they end up with just a basket full of random stuff. So I remember this one guy, he bought condoms, chili, and toilet paper.
I can relate to that.
It's like, wow, dude, you got a really interesting evening planned. That was the last time I let my brother use my employee discount. And then guys would often buy the smallest packages we had. They get like 3 packs, or they buy a single. Apparently they think this is the last time in their entire lives they're ever going to have sex. I was telling them, have a little self-confidence, man. Buy the dozen. Yeah. Ken buys the 36 packs. 3 dozen every time. He's got a closet home full of 36-count boxes with 35 left in each one. Magnums, that's right. I remember when I was actually working there when the Magnum condoms first came out, and the manager asked me where I thought we should put them. I told him we thought we should put them next to the rubber bands and the twist ties. Just trying to upsell, okay? I'm just trying to upsell. So after that, I joined the Navy. I was in the Navy for 8 years. Anyone here serve in the military? Anybody? Nobody? Good.
My family has.
Well, that doesn't matter.
I know.
Anyone here? You did, sir? What branch you serve in? Army, how long? 2 years? 3 years. 3 years. Cool. Hey, give this guy a round of applause. Thank you for serving your country. And thank you for getting me my only applause break of the night. All right, I served in the Navy for 8 years, and I don't know about your experience, but for me the hardest thing to get used to was terminology. Because, I mean, even between the different services, I mean, sometimes you've got different words for the same things. Like in the Army and the Air Force, you guys would call the bathroom the latrine, right? In the Navy and the Marine Corps, the latrine would be called the head. And then here in Fresno, head is about $40. Depends where you go. And then sometimes you got different meanings for the same words. Like if they told the Army to secure a building, you guys would invade it and kill or capture everyone inside, right? Pretty much? Yeah. So if you tell the Marines to secure a building, they'll occupy it and prevent anyone from entering with the use of suppression fire. If you told us in the Navy to secure a building, we will clean it, close the windows, and lock all the doors. And if you tell the Air Force to secure a building, they'll take out a 1-year lease with an option to buy. I'm really not sure what the Coast Guard would do. The only thing I know about the Coast Guard is they have to be at least 6 feet tall to join. So that way they don't have to teach you how to swim because you can stand up in the deepest water the boats go to. They have nicknames for members of different services. In the Army, you guys are grunts, right? The Marines are jarheads. Us in the Navy, we're called squids. And the Coast Guard, they're called puddle pirates. And in the Air Force, they were called homosexuals. Don't ask, don't tell. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. One question I get a lot is, how was the food? I think back to my first meal on my first ship. I remember it was really crunchy. Roast beef. Mashed potatoes was the beverage with that. So it was really nice. I remember, yeah, food was pretty bad when I was in the Navy. I remember one time I found dead maggots in the meatloaf. You know, I'm not sure what the worst part about that is, that there were maggots in the meatloaf or that eating the meatloaf had apparently killed them. Met some weird people when I was in the Navy too. I remember I was in Naples, Italy, and I was just going to go out and get something to eat. And I'm crossing the street. This guy walks up to me, opens his coat up, and says, "What do you think?" Now, I want to be fair. Yes, I just burped. That's right. I want to be fair. He had nice tits. He did. He did. He had a great rack. But he had a bigger dick than I do.
Oh, hey, there's a kid. Oh wait, kid's gone.
Kid's gone.
How'd you,
You know
I
what?
asked, how'd you see that?
He opened his coat and said, "What do you think?" You know, the thing that bugged me is, you know, every guy wants a big dick, every girl has nice tits. This dude wants nice tits. This dude had both, all right? That's bullshit. That's not fair. I got a small dick and droopy tits. I do too. If I were lactating, there'd be milk everywhere. I remember this one guy I was stationed with, one day he walks up to me and says to me, "Give me one good reason I shouldn't screw you in the ear right now." I said, "Because your penis is too small?" 2 weeks later, he went to medical, thought he had herpes, turns out he just picked up my ear infection. Never knew an ear infection could be an STD, did you? At least he didn't get hearing aids. I don't know, I am a little disappointed in myself. I can't believe I let him sneak up on me like that. I really should have heard him coming. Oh, thank you. He waits 10 seconds and then says, "Oh, that's funny." What else should I talk about? Do I keep going? All right.
I don't want to go up there.
That's great.
How about people
So I'll be
that go
interested
too
now.
slow in the fast lane?
Okay. Well, do you want to tell jokes? Have you ever done comedy?
I haven't done stand-up, but I drive for a living, and
Oh, do you know any good jokes? No, seriously, if you know a good joke, come on up. You can tell the joke. This is an open mic. Anyone who wants to can come up here and talk on the microphone. If you would like to tell a joke, what's your name, sir?
Dustin.
Dustin, ladies and gentlemen. Comedy stylings of the Charlie Brown shirted Dustin. I'm just one big freaking ray of sunshine, aren't I? Yes, you are, sir. Yes, you are. Dustin has a joke for us. Here you go, Dustin.
All right. This is my first time. I've literally never stood here before. And
Hold the mic up.
Oh, okay. Right. This is my first time. I remember this joke. This is off the top of my head from when I was in high school, and it was about two racers, and they were very, very good. There was a gentleman that had walked into a bar in the middle of Arizona somewhere, and he had a black suit and a white shirt, black tie, and slacks. And he pulled in, and he had a nice car. Anyway, this guy pulled in, walked in behind him, and he says, "Who owns that red Ferrari outside?" And this gentleman had walked up and stood up in his suit, and he said, "Well, I do." "What do you got?" He says, "Well, I can bet you that I can beat you on my next paycheck in a race for pink slips and I can beat you in a race. The guy's like, okay. You know, what do you got? He said, well, come here. And he walked over and showed him. They had open doors like an old time Western. He says, see out there? And he says, yeah. He said, that's my moped. He said, well, you gotta be kidding me. He says, you want to race with that? And the guy's like, yeah. He says, I bet you I could beat you. Sure, no problem. So they both go out there, and bartender had come outside and walked them, and stood there and said, okay, you ready to go? And he says, all right. So they sit in, the guy sits into his Ferrari, and the guy gets onto his moped, and fires it up, you know, and they're sitting there, okay, ready, go. And they both go. And the guy on the Ferrari just he takes off, you know, and flies by the moped, and moped, the hell? And a couple seconds later, he sees his moped go by. What the hell? All right, I'll grab another gear. Grabs another gear, flies by the moped. The guy's, I got him now. So he goes, well, he says, a couple seconds later, the moped goes flying by again. So he got his moped. All right, I'm going to shift this thing. I'm going to down third, fourth gear, 180 miles an hour. So he like flies by this moped. And then I got him now, and a couple seconds later, moped goes flying by him again. So he's like, all right, you got me, man. I stopped. Guy stopped, and he sees the guy up in front of him on the moped. Gets out of his car, and puts up his slacks, and gets out. And he says, "You guy's sweating on the moped, man." He's like, he's really hurting. And he says, "Thank God you stopped. My suspenders got stuck in your bumper."
That round of applause for Dustin.
Hey,
All right, now that was a good joke. But being honest, if you were at a party, someone telling you that joke, halfway through you would have gone to get a beer. That was a long friggin' time to get to that.
But it was funny.
That was a good
I
joke.
kept my mindset to it. I was going to go through it. There we go.
That was great. I liked it. It was funny.
Well, all right, ready? All right.
I know, I was like, how's he winning?
Oh, you want to tell a joke? What's your name, sir? Doc. Ladies and gentlemen, Doc has a joke for us.
I heard this so long ago that probably none of you here were born at the time I heard this. So you probably didn't hear it. There's a guy along the wharf. He walked into a bar, and the bartender said to him, "Why in the heck do you have such a small head?" He just had a little tiny head on his shoulder. He said, "It's the funniest thing. I was out along the wharf, and I saw this mermaid. That's the whole school. And she came up to me and she said, 'I'll give you 3 wishes if you let me go,' because he was holding on. And I said, 3 wishes? I can't think of any." They said, "Well, I know. I'd like to have some sex with you." She said, "I'm so sorry, I can't do that because I have a fishtail on me, and that's it. I can't do that." I said, "Well, would you give me a little head?"
All right, thank you, Doc. Anyone else? No? No? All right, well, I got one last bit, and then I'm going to bring TK back up here. He's going to introduce our singing sensation for the evening. Someone asked me why I'm pro-choice. It's because so many pregnant women have come up to me and said the baby is kicking. what kind of people would kick a pregnant woman? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's TK.
Good stuff, Joel.
Everyone, give it up to JT Foreman right there, keeping it live.